So when I was asked to be a brand ambassador for my Inositol, I had to really think carefully about it, and I didn't want to do it, I have to say. I love Inositol, I really do, but this is why I bought out my own one, because I found a few reasons. It was lockdown and I wasn't able to get the one that I was using that I was getting from Germany, and that's now changed and it's now off the market. But also it was really important, the more I started to learn about the types of inositol and the differences, and when I tried the different types, I've been on all of them, I've tried all of them, and I'll tell you about them all now. So the D-Chiro type is the one that you find the 40:1 ratio with my inositol. In most of the brands you find that. Now that didn't work for me, and it didn't work for a lot of women that I speak to as well, that say that it gave them headaches, or also it maybe gave them other symptoms with their blood sugars. It didn't, and the problem with that, I'm not going to slate any brands here, I'm not going to mention them because every woman's different, but that's why the standard myo-inositol is the safest bet to go for, because it's already been converted into the myo type, the myo-inositol type, because taking just standard inositol isn't going to necessarily do anything for you if you've got a defect in how you metabolize it. So if it's already converted to the myo type, it's done for you. But with the D-Chiro, if you put that in and it's got a 40:1 ratio, but you don't have a 40:1 ratio already in your body, then it could cause a deficiency. So that's why I went for the basic myo brand. So the first one I tried was the tablets, which didn't work for me because it was 500 mg per capsule. So I was having to take lots of tablets. It had a few other ingredients in, folate, which is good, and chromium, which is okay, but I didn't want to have the tablets. And also I found I wanted to experiment with the 2 grams and the 4 grams, because I read further that not everyone needs the full 4 grams, or some people do at different points in the month, which I found was working best for me, and I find that actually works for a lot of other women as well, because of how your cycle works. And if you have a chronically low progesterone, which lots of women do, because our endocrine disrupting chemicals all around us in our beauty products, in our shampoo, conditioner, even if you detox your house completely, you've got a food wrap, when you eat out, you have got endocrine disruptors everywhere. So I wanted to come up with something that was actually a health and beauty support, and meant that I wouldn't have to have as many products around me. So I added in antioxidants to my myo plan, because I was taking one which was fine, but it also is made with folic acid as well, and folic acid I found is actually a cheaper artificial version of folate, and it can build up in the body. Again, not everyone can metabolize it, and so it can build up in the body and actually then become harmful or not do what you need it to do. So if you're trying to get pregnant and you're wanting to take it for the folate, then you need to be wary of that. So I wanted to create a version of myo-inositol with the folate in, with antioxidants in, for my eggs and cell support, but also for my hair and skin as well, quite honest with you. So I didn't have to have the other products that were in my shelf and going into my body. Even though I was using clean beauty products and natural products, they aren't always as effective, and this was the answer, this was the solution to me. So with this, it's got alpha lipoic acid, and that was straight from the studies of alpha lipoic acid and myo-inositol used together. And what that does, and also the zinc as well, which is amazing for skin. If you've got polycystic ovary syndrome and you have issues with your skin, like I did, I had acne for years. Obviously you can see now my skin is cleared up. I used to have it on my back. I used to be prescribed acne medication. Don't have to have any of that now. So that's why I popped it in this formula as well. And I worked with a nutritional supplement therapist to come up with that formula, and we made it in the UK. Another reason as well, I wanted to have a UK product with a Gmp Safety Record, so it's all of that safety certified. But what it also does as well, like I say, I only need to take the 2 grams per day in the first part of my cycle. In fact, some months I find I can go the whole way through. But certain other months I do go for the 4 grams. I go up to the 4 grams in the second part of my cycle because my sleep can be more affected in the second part of my cycle. If you're chronically low in progesterone, this is when it would show up, because if your sleep's affected, then it will also affect all of your other hormones, and it might make you more sensitive to sugar cravings, it might make your moods more extreme, PMS, painful periods, all of that. So for the second part of my cycle, I went up to the 4 gram dosage, mainly for the sleep. And I've also got a melatonin maximizer course that I can give you if you want details on it. I've pre-recorded it, which also helps with if you have chronically, I mean, there was points in my life before I got diagnosed with my PCOS where I'd have about 4 hours of night sleep. So, it's noticeable. If you've got chronic sleep issues, you have to work on it, and you have to support your hormones and your natural melatonin to be able to give you a good night's sleep and a good night rest. And now I do that, and my Myo plan helps me do that as well, because it supports your hormones in your body. It supports your estrogen. It supports your progesterone. It supports your natural levels of everything, really. And for that reason, that's why it's got the raving reviews about weight loss. It's got the reviews on skin. It's got the reviews on anxiety for your mood, because people with anxiety and depression have been found to have lower levels of inositol in their brain, because inositol is in all parts of your cells of your body, but in your brain, the lower levels then can cause anxiety and depression symptoms. So I've actually also got a basic myo-inositol product as well. It's the blue writing product. I've sold out of it, so I haven't got any here to show you. But that is what women take that have got, or men that have got anxiety or depression, and you can either use it to top up your current dose. You wouldn't increase this dose to more than 4 because you've got the antioxidants in as well. But if you're just looking for a standard hybrid health and beauty and myo-inositol, then this is your one. But if you also want to have some of the anti-anxiety and mood supportive elements, then you can go and you can add on the basic myo-inositol product that we do to give you that support as well. So hit the button below and you'll be able to be taken to the website. So Hormone Health Bliss. I've also got a hormone health quiz that you can do if you don't know if you've got imbalanced hormones or blood sugars issues or anything like that. You can do it and you'll be able to find out more about yourself, because another thing that I do is hormone testing, and I do plans for people based on their own results. So if they're low on a certain hormone or have got too much of it, because even just one hormone out of whack is going to affect the others, and you wouldn't believe the difference it can make with your life once that's been addressed. And you can address all of that without drugs. You can do it with diet and lifestyle plans, and I'll teach you more and take you through that on my course. So anyway, go to Hormone Health Bliss, and there are offers. I'm doing offers with this at the moment. I've got a free guide as well, a low sugar living guide, cracking the chocolate code, all those sort of things on my website. So go on there and find out more. But I just wanted to tell you and talk to you more about inositol today, and tell you it really does live up to the reviews, but you need to find the right inositol for you. So find out more, hit the button below, and enjoy healthier hormones.